This week on TGC News, Connecticut saves Colt, a Rube Goldberg holster, and a good guy with an AR-15. TacPack offers a monthly supply drop of gear shipped right to your door. Featuring things like knives, gun parts, and survival gear, you'll be sure to find something you love. If you order right now, you can get either a free knife or a free tourniquet by using the code TGC Knife or TGCTQ at TacPack.com. Welcome back to TGC News, the only gun news show that covers things you actually care about. My name is Jon Patton. Before we get started, I'll tell you one thing. If you're within a 6-hour drive of Atlanta and you don't make it to the TGC panel on April 29th at 1 p.m. in room B304 and 305 of the Georgia World Congress Center to meet your favorite gun content creators and win some huge prizes like guns, ammo, and a whole bunch more, then I don't know if we can be friends anymore. Now, this week's first story is about one of the most ridiculous holsters I've ever seen. That's right, kids, I know it's been a while, but the holster gods have blessed us with a real gem this time. Say hello to the Intimidator holster from a company called 5417. I think they've got some of the worst branding I've ever seen, but once you understand the holster, maybe that branding will make sense. It's got a few key features here. First up, the rear of the holster under the grip of the gun has a taser built in case, someone tries to grab your gun and you magically have the opportunity to reach back and activate this thing with that person trying to grab your gun. It also features a forward draw instead of an up and out, kind of sweep it forward, in case you want to draw like the dainty warrior that you really are. The guy in the video is like, teacup. And of course, it's got level 3 or level 4 retention. I don't understand the level system exactly, with a switch that would be required in order to draw the gun. Because when I think defensive handgun, I think the more complex and useless, right? Let's do that. And last but not least, that sweet taser thing can be attached to any handgun holster out there. So if you want to add more weight and have a useless taser on your holster, they want to make sure that you can do that. Oh, and the words patent pending get thrown around like they're going out of style in this promo video.
Patent pending. Patent pending, patent pending.
As if somebody was really going to infringe on this. I get it. I think some of the concept here have merit. A defense system to stop someone from taking an officer's gun is smart. But taking a gun show taser, wrapping it in Kydex, and pretending like you've done something special is ridiculous. The forward draw also makes sense in certain situations. But if the gun is locked up like Alcatraz, then why bother with a speedy draw out the front? And how about that locking system? It looks like they stole it from a 1950s toy safe. It's junk. Patent pending junk. What do you guys think? Is there actual merit here, or should they just scrap it and go back to the drawing board? Let me know down in the comments. And in I thought they were all but dead news, Colt is saved by the Connecticut government. Yup, one of the most anti-gun states in the union is saving a gun company. What? Essentially, the big CT is working with Colt on a $23 million expansion project that includes a $10 million loan from the state, up to $2 million of which will be forgiven if they're able to meet the job creation requirements. They claim that over 5 years they will add 100 new jobs and maintain their current 600 deep workforce. It seems as though this will allow Colt to stop leasing its HQ and actually purchase it. Interesting. There are also state funds going to help Colt acquire $13 million worth of facilities and land. I'll tell you what, guys, this is just straight up shocking to me. There has to be some kind of serious backdoor dealing going on here for a state that hates the gun industry to spend this kind of money on a failing gun company. I mean, there must be like a ton of tax revenue come in. I'm not sure, but it's very, very weird to me. I would not be shocked if there was tons of incentives and whatnots for the state from the U.S. government to keep the company propped up. The agreement also stipulates that Colt sponsor a bunch of gun safety initiatives like Project Child Safe from the NSSF and other gun safety efforts statewide. The next 4 years will be very, very telling for Colt. Their current status is that they don't really make anything that people really want to buy, and they don't have any huge military contracts anymore. But hey, I guess this is a case of the government doing exactly what they do best: wasting taxpayer theft revenue, aka your taxes. Do you think Connecticut did the right thing here by saving an American legend, or are they just prolonging the inevitable? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, for our good guy with a gun story this week, it involves an AR-15. It was around noon on March 27th in a small town called Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, not the movie, just outside of Tulsa. 3 young men, 2 juveniles, and 1 adult ages 16, 17, and 18 broke into the back door of a home wearing all black, masks, and gloves. They were also found to be armed during the follow-up investigation. Seems kind of stupid to wear all black in the middle of the day, but hey, criminals aren't exactly the smartest bunch. So, upon entering the home, they were greeted by the 23-year-old son of the homeowner, who also lived there, who had an AR-15. There was a short verbal exchange, and then shots were fired. 2 of the burglars died in the kitchen, 1 fled, and apparently died in the driveway. In my opinion, this is a very, very simple case. 3 dudes break in and get shot for it. Open and shut, right? There's talk of the criminals' families being upset over the resident using an AR-15, but that's nonsense, right? The young man's life was threatened, and as soon as they entered the home, he did the right thing. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Don't break into people's homes, and you won't get shot. It's a very simple thing, right? We often hear stories about how AR-15s are not used to save lives here in the States and that they aren't home defense or self-defense weapons, right? That's what some people say. This story reinforces that opinion is simply incorrect. The AR-15 is an extremely versatile weapon, and in situations like this, it could be the best lifesaver around. With that being said, how many of you have an AR as part of your home defense lineup? While you're typing that up, be sure to stick around until after the break for this week's Friendly Fire. Savoir Leather offers some of the finest handmade holsters crafted right here in the USA. Whether you carry inside or outside the waistband, whether you want an extra mag, or maybe some extra flair, they have what you need. To get free shipping on your order, use the code TGC1 at savoirleather.com. This week's Friendly Fire question is sent in from theguncollective.com from someone named Mo S. Mo tells me that he is an American Muslim born and raised here in the States. He has no criminal record, and neither does his family, who had been here since the 70s and are legal immigrants. Mo is a firearms enthusiast like the rest of us, and he asked me, as a Muslim, is he allowed to join the NRA? Here's what I told him. There is no reason someone wouldn't be allowed to join the NRA. I've never been asked my religion, sexual orientation, etc., 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 in order for them to take my money and join. I know some of you may not agree with me on this, and please post up if you don't, but I think guys like Mo are a representation of the growth of the gun community and should be welcomed with open arms. We're living in trying times worldwide. The enemy of good people does not wear a single religion or political party mask. It's important to understand that in order to grow, we must challenge ourselves. And in a very traditional culture such as gun culture, opening our eyes to allow those that might be unfamiliar, such as minority shooters, into the culture that we love, that's a damn good thing. My friendly fire question to you guys this week. I know the NRA is not everyone's favorite organization, so besides the NRA, who else do you support to fight for our rights as gun owners? Let me know down in the comments, and if you want your question answered right here on the show, you can head over to the Friendly Fire page on theguncollective.com and send me your questions. And guys, that is it for this week's show. You know what to do. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you didn't, let me know down in the comments so we can talk about it. Do not forget to get subscribed. You won't want to miss a single week of the show. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.
The shirts worn in today's episode of TGC News were provided by Patriot Patch Company. Click the link in the description to learn more.